Hi, my name is Celeste Arias, and today we're going to be talking about water pollution and its effects on our aquatic ecosystem and our society as a whole. The variety of pollution that contributes to our planet comes in many forms, such as air, water, soil, and sound, but our biggest threat is water pollution. Waste in various bodies of water, including lakes, seas, and rivers, is known as water pollution. This is the outcome of poor management and the lack of proper recycling amongst the population. A current example of water pollution is the increasing amount of chemical trash debris found in our oceans. To begin, I will cover the various causes and threats of water pollution, which include the issue of non-biodegradable packaging and large corporations, issues with proper recycling and disposal, and the physical and chemical impacts and causes of macro, meso, and microplastics to the marine and human life. National Geographic writes, published by January 22nd, 2024, there are 525 trillion pieces of plastic debris found in our ocean as of today. With these chilling facts, the reality of pollution is far more paramount. The alarming rate of water pollution threatens aquatic life, the environment, and our economic structure. Due to big corporations such as Amazon, they continue to produce and promote excessive amounts of plastic packaging. A report by Oceana published December 15, 2020, stated that according to the examination of e-commerce packaging, data Amazon generated at least 465 million pounds of plastic packaging waste last year. The excessive use of plastic packaging in their boxes and products is harming our environment and the marine ecosystem. Amazon has made false claims claiming that they follow these recycling rules and packaging rules, yet they still maintain a strong hold on their plastic footprint. This blind ignorance that large corporations place amongst the preservation of the environment and our contribution to these organizations will most likely lead to the demise of our aquatic ecosystem. These large businesses are producing even more hazardous packaging as opposed to taking time to make biodegradable packaging, substitutes that will aid in the reduce of plastic pollution. A report by Oceana published December 15, 2020 stated that the use of plastic commonly used in Amazon packaging is known as plastic film and is effectively not recyclable despite the company's claims of recyclability. The lack of proper packaging also ties into the population's ignorance and lack of awareness when it comes to appropriate disposal of plastic. Recycling aims to reuse trash and transform it into new products to prevent incorrect waste disposal. However, it is not the concept of recycling, but of the careness of the individuals that recycle. Most of the time, people are not informed about recycling or provided the right resources to do so. Most of the time, when recycling, people fail to recycle properly and disregard the recycling and trash signage, thereby dumping any trash into any kind of bin, regardless if it says like recyclable or trash. The report by EPA published January 21st, 2024, writes that the Environmental Protection Agency estimates that 70% of the U.S. waste can be recycled or composted, but we're only doing so for at least 34% of it. The issues and dangers that pollution causes to our seas and aquatic life and society are worsened by the fact that a huge part of our population isn't doing their part to recycle properly. This threatens and has significantly affected the marine ecosystem and presented a serious threat to their health and lifespan. Macroplastic is one of the most commonly forms of pollution, which consists of plastic bags, bottles, and fishing gear. An article by IUCN Marine Plastic Pollution published by November 21st, 2021 writes, every year at least 14 million tons of plastic ends up in the ocean, and plastic accounts for 80% of the marine debris found in the surface water and the deep sea sediments. This problem occurs from manufactured disposal, specifically breakdown of plastic. Since smaller fish frequently become entangled in plastic waste, larger types of mammals pose more to a threat, such as whales, which consume floating plastic called ghost gear. Ghost gear is forgotten fishing gear and leftover gear from fishermen, and they just leave it in the ocean. There are exactly 1.5 million whale species in our oceans, but 300,000 whales die from entanglement or plastic consumption due to plastic ingestion. The excessive amount of macroplastic and toxic chemicals intake harm the whale's digestive system, causing problems to their stomach linings that cannot cope with the unnatural substances of plastic. Since they're used to their diet of krill and anchovies, the plastic causes bowel blockages and plastic buildup. Mammals also impacted by macroplastic include aquatic sea turtles. Like whales, sea turtles have also fallen victim to the plastic entanglement consumption. Leatherback and hawkback sea turtles are a result of plastic. Like their diet consists of jellyfish, and plastic bags share the same characteristics, so they're often mistaken them and consume them, which end up damaging the sea turtle's digestive tract. Mesoplastic and plastic pellets, which are also consumed by turtles because of the small size. Since this type of plastic is on the smaller size, which are smaller birds and smaller animals end up consuming them as well. The contribution and constant consumption of the mesoplastics can expose marine life to toxic contamination. Although macroplastic and mesoplastic pose a threat, the biggest emerging issue is microplastic. Microplastic are smaller non-synthetic and semi-synthetic plastic particles that break down from larger pieces of plastic, such as from macroplastic. I have an infographic. It's kind of really hard to see, but meso is like just like bottles and waters, plastic bottles, and then micro would be like the tiny little pieces from these, and then it goes even smaller from like just little particles of plastic. So that would be an example of like microplastics. Larger pieces of plastic so they break down from larger pieces of plastic, and they're invisible to the naked eye. They're at least 5 millimeters, so that it's really hard to see. Usually these types of plastics are found in oysters and mussels because they use a seawater filtration through their shells. So then they open their shells, water goes through, and that's how they collect plastic. Due to their exceedingly small size and non-biodegradable structure, microplastics are practically found in everything that surrounds us, including our potable water and non-potable water. Micropollution is greatly found in our fallout of non-biodegradable tobacco filters, which contribute numerous microplastics in them because of how they're made. Through the little filter, it has plastic inside of it. Filter cigarettes are one of the examples. An article written by Undo, published February 19, 2024, states that the tobacco industry produces an estimated amount of 6 trillion filtered cigarettes, making them the top contributor to global plastic crisis. These filters are found everywhere littered in the world, including the water, and they can be found in our beaches and our oceans. And they add toxic chemicals that affect the marine and society, which include biospheres and fluorinated compounds. These substances can upset the key body systems in humans and animals with even at low concentrates, and they result in birth defects and infertility. So that's also one of the chemical threats. To further slow and reduce the spread of pollution to our oceans, we as society must take the necessary steps to handle plastic waste, such as stop using single-use plastic and using more biodegradable plasticing and packaging, so that we can further use more eco-friendly products that can help save and protect our planet from general waste and patterns, so that we can prevent the planet from becoming a landfill. Thank you.